morning, Oilers. Welcome back to another episode of Campus Update. Did you know there are classes you could take here at school that can also count as college credits? It's called dual enrollment. Carl interviewed Ms. Chun to tell us more about it.
So our district and Golden West College have a partnership, and through the partnership, students are able to take college classes. Some of the classes are true dual enrollment classes, which means they are college classes being offered at the high school site. We usually have about 1 to 3 of them every semester. And then we also have classes that are concurrent enrollment. So there are college classes that will get students high school credit and college units at the same time. We have about 20 to 25 classes that will be those dual credit classes every semester. So all the dual enrollment classes and those concurrent enrollment classes for dual credit are completely free because they're offered through the partnership with the district. Everything is covered, including the actual class, textbook, and even fees. We have, there's a lot of different offerings. For example, if a student is interested in dual enrollment, some of the classes that have been offered are drafting and even an acting class. So for concurrent enrollment classes, there's about 20 to 25 classes offered every semester. They are offered in different subject areas, including health, visual performing arts, history, electives, and even languages. So students can look at the list provided by the district to see what those options are. If students are interested in taking a college class over the summer, we are having informational meetings during lunch. The next one will be Monday, March 25th and Friday, March 29th. But also Golden West will be available to help students with the whole enrollment and registration process, and dates will be coming out soon. Students can also walk into my office during lunch if they have questions about taking summer classes. I'm happy to help them as well.
If you didn't get to check out the Trade Up Career Fair last week, Nate's here to give us an inside look on what it's about.
Howdy, Oilers. This past Wednesday, we hosted the Trade Up Career Fair in the Quad. Everything ranging from firemen to community colleges came down here to get in touch with students here at HB. Every booth you see had lots of information on how to sign up and become part of their respective programs. A group that had a really large showing was the U.S. military. Every branch had a booth, and the Army even brought a Humvee. They had activities like a deadlift challenge and a pull-up bar that Jack tried to conquer. Overall, the Trade Up Career Fair had a bunch of great information, and I got to talk to a bunch of kind and helpful people who are actively working in their industry.
If you didn't get to check out the art fair, Keegan was able to talk to Mr. Harward and learn a little more about what it's about.
The art fair is about students showcasing their work, and it's about coming together as a community. It's a community of artists, and it's about supporting one another, having a good time. The Thursday and Friday before spring break, in the Quad, jewelry, we got drawings, we got paintings, we got prints. Meaning the students are doing this stuff. We have crocheting. I think the crocheting club's involved with that. So we got crocheted stuff, all handmade stuff, all stuff made by our students at Honey Beach High School. Support your friends that create, showing their work. At least give them a high five when they're out there.
I got a little statuette. What do you got?
Now, if you're interested in something a little more sweet, here's Steven with just that for you.
On March 14th, we celebrate Pi Day. As you know from geometry, we use the number pi to measure the circumference, most commonly using the number 3.14. So March 14th is Pi Day. Anyway, we celebrate by throwing pies in the faces of some very brave volunteers. Here are some of the highlights.
And finally for you today, everyone's favorite segment, HB Bites.
This past week, I had the pleasure of eating at the local restaurant Mona Lisa. When you arrive, you are greeted outside the restaurant. I was seated inside, where I was met with a beautifully decorated interior. Everyone gets unlimited bread as well as their own plate of balsamic and olive oil to dip it in. The menu offers tons of amazing food as well as gluten-free pasta. The ensalada francoise, which featured mixed greens and green apples covered in a walnut vinaigrette, was absolutely delicious. The ravioli aragosta, a lobster-filled ravioli, was one of the most amazing things I've ever eaten. If you are interested in some amazing Italian food, I highly recommend Mona Lisa.
As a student athlete, I often find myself hungry after my tournaments, wanting a nice meal. A lot of the times, I get stuck eating at home or going to a fast food restaurant, but every now and then, I get treated something nice, and that's where my favorite ramen place in town comes into play. Silver Lake Ramen, located on 7821 Edinger Avenue in Suite 118, is one of the best ramen places in town. To start off, it has an amazing location with a great vibe. The service is also fast and friendly. Silver Lake Ramen also has a very extensive menu. This includes ramen, chicken karaage, sushi, and even small specialty dishes. Overall, Silver Lake Ramen is a must-check-out place and should definitely be on your radar.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Oilers. See you next week on Campus Update.